Hi, we're Chris and Teresa, and we would love to guide you on your fiber arts journey. We own a successful fiber processing mill and online needle felting business, experienced at raising all fiber animals, and have renovated a 100-year-old school into a fiber arts retreat center.
Processing, needle felting, yarn, roving, fiber animals, and sustainable agriculture are all topics discussed here. Think of this as your one-stop shop for advice, information, tips, and getting your questions answered on all things from farm to needle. So pull up a seat, make sure you're cozy, and get ready to be inspired while you learn. This is EweTube.
Welcome to EweTube 215.
Oofda.
So we're gonna start out with a little message to Shannon. She was visiting here during the safari, and she was camping out here, and she's been an Academy member, a follower for years and years. She was at the first class that I did here at the Gnome Schoolhouse, which was the cornucopia. And she was staying here, and we felt bad the entire week that we didn't have time to spend with her. But she was gone. Every time she must have been exploring everywhere. She was gone every time we went out. You know, we're coming from my car or walking to the school. She was not there. So I talked to her a couple times, but we're glad that you stayed with us. You were very important to us, and we're sorry we didn't have time to spend with you.
And we're excited because she gave us an open-ended invitation to come and stay with her. So we'll take her up on that at some point. Yeah. So thank you, Shannon. Thank you.
So meanwhile, at the Gnome Schoolhouse, Karen has been very, very busy.
Yes. And, and it's something that it goes unstated, where the rooms are clean, the windows are clean, and it just happens. And we just don't have, we don't pull her aside and say, thank you for doing that, and yet we're so appreciative that everything just gets done. Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on here at the Gnome Schoolhouse.
There is.
With all of our employees, that things are getting done.
Yes.
And we don't always feel like we are expressing our thanks enough. And we are very, very, very thankful for all of our employees.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you.
So there is a broom corn harvest going on.
Yes, there is a broom corn harvest going on. And we touched a little bit on this last week. And I think we decided to let the harvest the crop that is just west of the schoolhouse to remain in place until after the gnome coming, which is this Saturday, and then we'll take that down. Yeah.
So you'll harvest it.
We will harvest it then. Yep. And Mariella planted. She's a gal that works down in the mill, and she has planted her broom corn was probably 2-3 weeks ahead of what we planted here, just outside of the school. So we've been making brooms with what she has harvested, and those will be for sale in the...
Do you have any brooms?
Yes.
Where are they?
They are not here. Should I go get them?
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
I showed them to you. Really?
You did not show them to me. So here is this broom corn, the brooms that have been made.
Oh dear, am I going to get this turned around? Okay, so here we have walnut wood, and we have apple wood, and apple wood. So yeah, and these were all made with what was, can you see these? Not really. These are little brooms, yes, that have been wrapped in a wax cord with in a fashion that, so here they are.
What do you call these kind of brooms?
These are hearth brooms, Quidditch brooms.
Oh, these are the Quidditch. Okay.
Yep, yep.
And so why do they all look different? So why is this one different?
This one is different because the tops were hacked off. If you can see here. These are just the compared to this one. The tops were hacked off here. Would have been on this one. And they weren't on this one.
But this one looks different on the bottom. That's what I'm saying. So this is like wider and different color.
Yeah,
different
these are
everything.
trimmed off. You can trim off the knurl of the broom corn, but I kind of like the knurl on it. This one, the knurl was trimmed off, so it's very neat looking. It's very sedimentary. Yeah. And these are not so, because this could all be trimmed off. So it's cut the knurl off, so all you have is the hurl. And then the little ends could be all cut off as well. Yes, and this is all, these are all done, Mariella and her hubby harvested these little broomsticks from their forest area.
Their shelter belt around their farm?
That thing. Yep. Okay, so these are going to be all these little brooms made with the broom corn. That all this broom corn was harvested from Mariella's farm, and she's donated all of that broom corn as well as her labor in making these cute little brooms, these little hearth brooms, I guess, is hearth brooms, cedar brooms, Quidditch brooms. There's all sorts of different words for them and all sorts of different ways to make them, which they're all going to be for sale at the Gnome Schoolhouse here in the store, which is kind of exciting. And she is donating all the broom corn that she grew, as well as her labor in making these cute little brooms. And so that's kind of exciting. So that'll all benefit the Gnome Schoolhouse. So come and check out these adorable little broom cone. Yeah. And then all of the centerpieces will have a little bit of broom corn in them as well. That will not have been combed off of the broom corn. It'll all be intact. So come and
With the seeds on them.
with the seeds on them. Yep, yep.
The centerpieces on the dining room tables.
Correct.
During gnome coming and the rest of our fall activities.
Correct. Yep.
Hi, YouTube fans. It's Steve back again. I know it's not episode 356 or whatever, but I'm back to talk about a couple of things, I guess, today. What am I talking about?
Episode 215.
215?
And it's his birthday.
Yeah, it is my birthday today.
Yes.
And yes, I am feeling a lot older today. But I'm not
It's
that
all
old.
good. And yes, and he's my husband, and I love him dearly. Okay, so I don't know what it was, 2-3 weeks ago, you went and picked up the delivery of a bell.
Oh, yeah, the bell. We went and picked that up from downtown Nome. It was under a tarp, and it had been kind of saving it for you down there.
Yes, Mr.
Well,
Eustatus was, yes.
Me and Mr. Mike Peterson went over and got it up over the fence and got it back here to the school. So I mean, it's still in the process of putting it together. Nobody knows exactly how it was put together because it was way up in the top of the schoolhouse. So if there's any of you YouTube fans out there...
Not in the schoolhouse, the church house.
The church
Zion Lutheran Church.
The Zion Lutheran Church.
Yep.
If any of you are upstairs in the church, please let me know because I have some questions about how this bell goes together completely. But I'm in the process of working on it. I am pretty close, I think, at least to get it to work. We did get it to...
Dong.
Yeah, it does ring, so it's got a very distinct sound to it.
Yep. Yep. And one thing that was really cool is Steve and I were in the back and we were making it dong. And Mary Peterson came from the front and she said, "Oh my goodness, I was just going to walk into the school and I heard this very familiar donging." And she said it brought back so many memories of going to church at the Zion Lutheran Church, which is kind of cool. So
now, if I remember right, looking at it, 1901 was made.
Yep,
Yeah,
1901.
it's actually engraved on the side of it.
Yep.
And now I found, and we're going to talk about the windmill in a minute, but the windmill, there's apparently a model and a number, a make and a model number for the windmill, and I'm trying to see if I can go on the internet and see if I can find this particular bell, because it's very clear what brand it was, what year it was made. I don't remember if there's a model number or not, but I got a picture of it. So, but if anybody can help me out, I would appreciate it.
That'd be cool. Yep. And so what's going to be really cool is Teresa's son is getting married October 1st, and that's going to be the first time that the bell dongs in honor of a marriage.
Who said it was going to be ready by October 1st?
It's got to be. I'm telling you right now. It's got to.
Move that up on the list.
Yep, move that up on the list because that's kind of a pretty important deal, which is pretty cool. Lane and Tori's wedding.
Have you guys talked about the pumpkins yet?
What pumpkins?
The ones that are growing outside my house.
Yes, they're going to come up here.
Do you realize that pretty soon I'm going to need to get the skid steer over there with a forklift to get that one up?
Yes, there's one that's got to be 80 pounds.
It's a little large.
It's very large, yes. And they've been growing very well. And yes.
That's Mariella's doing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because she snipped off the ends of, as they were growing. When you snip off the ends of the...
Well, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to pick it up.
Yeah. Apparently, then instead of having numerous small pumpkins, you get just a few large pumpkins, and we have that for sure. Yeah. Which is kind of cool.
Mariella, she has talents when it comes
She
to
does. She does.
raising pumpkins. But anyway, a little off the subject. Windmill.
Yes. Okay, windmill. Yes.
We just 2 days ago, or yesterday.
Yesterday,
we got a call from a guy that said, "Hey, you need to come over to my house."
Mr. Jim Storhoff.
Yeah, so we went over there. I had no idea why he wanted us to come over, but it was important that Christy and myself both went over there. We did there. Here he's got laying there on the back of a trailer a 50-foot high windmill.
Yep.
That's actually in really good shape. The only problem with it, and you'll see pictures of it here, but the wheel or the fans deals, a lot of them were broke off.
Yep.
And a lot of them, I think they were shot off with a rifle. So here again, if anybody knows who was responsible. But there's a few bullet holes in it, up in the windmill part of it. But we're going to get some new blades for it.
Yep.
And we're going to figure out if we want to make it 50 feet high or not. But somewhere around the school in the future, after I get the bell done, we're going to work on this windmill and get this working, because there's actually a gearbox up in there
that moves effortlessly. It just turns so nice.
This gearbox, and this thing was 1931, I think, is the stamping on that one.
Yep.
So this gearbox has been up there for a lot of years, but still turns freely.
Yes.
Which is surprisingly so.
Yes.
So the only thing that it really needs a couple of braces straightened. It needs a little bit of tender loving care, but the main thing is to get these blades for the 6-foot wide fan.
Yep.
Yeah,
which
fan up there.
Jim Starhoff has said he would donate as well.
Well, he talked to me today and said that he had found a site to get him on that was different than the one he talked about last night. So
awesome.
But the shipping was a little higher in that one, so it was a horse apiece. But
yeah,
it's going to need a few parts. It's going to need a little bit of
a love, but kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be very cool. Yeah, it'll be very North Dakotan, and wherever the girls decide to put it out here, that will be future deal. I don't know if it'll get up. Probably won't get up before the snow flies, but
Yep.
it's
And then
in the process.
Yep. And then there's these two gals that have wrote a book called Wild Windmill Watches. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
But
North
we've-
Dakota based.
But we've
and,
actually got
yep.
the pump and the rods and
The
everything.
whole
I mean,
kit and
it's a
caboodle.
complete windmill.
Yep.
Not that we're going to make it pump water, but it's going to be mostly for decorative. But we're going to try to assemble all of it back to where it looks original anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
gonna be
something to look
awesome.
forward to.
Yes.
And if you want to come
awesome.
see it, come out to the Nova Schoolhouse. I do have it parked on the south side of the building there, so you're welcome to take a look at it. If you got any advice for me, I would appreciate it. I'm not a windmill repair guy, but we're gonna make our way through that as well as the bell.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks, everybody.
So our product feature this week is we have these frames that are available on bearcreekfelting.com. So if you want to complete one of the kits, the bird kits, which right now you just have the meadowlark kit, but the future kit is the cardinal kit, which is right there. You will have 3 choices: the white, the black, or the brown frames. So you can add that to your kit purchase and you'll have this frame that fits your project perfectly.
Yes. Okay, so what if they've already purchased, say, a meadowlark kit? Can they
You can
buy the
purchase
frame?
You sure can.
And how?
At bearcreekfelting.com.
Nice. And how much is a frame?
$10.
Nice. That's really, seriously? That's really a good price.
It is.
Yeah. It's a shadow box frame, so you have some depth here. You have about, what, 1.5 inches, 2 inches? And it opens up in the back, so you can put your project in here. You could also have it lean back like this, which would be super cute as well. Or you could hang it on the wall, or it stands up by itself too. So these are really
It's back on
nice frames. Yeah, I like them back on their frames like that. Super cute. Yep. So.
All right, so Chris is going to talk about her little project, but I don't know anything about it.
Oh, my little project is, I have saved some, on the broom corn, you comb it off with a comb and it strips all the seeds off the broom corn, which are super cute, that look like little glass beads. And then you have just the broom corn that's left. So instead of stripping all of that off, we are going to make little, I saved a bunch and I thought I would make centerpieces for the tables for Thirsty Thursday, along with a, what are those called? It goes in the river.
A canoe? A kayak?
Think of it. It's the little weed thing that
Pond lily?
No, it's fuzzy. Help me. I can't think of it.
I don't know what you're talking
It fuzzes out. It's a. Why can't I remember the name? It's
Cattail.
Cattail. Yes, and the cattail, we've coated with a clear coat, because if you don't coat the cattails with a clear coat, then they'll all poof out and go all over your
Why didn't
room.
you have that in here?
Yeah. Anyway, and we put little acorns on the bottom, and we have a single cattail, and then we have some broom corn, and it's just a beautiful.
With some acorns in it.
With the acorns, yes. It's just a beautiful centerpiece for the dining room. So that's Chris's little project. I was trying to do that when because I know Teresa's going to be super busy these next few weeks, couple weeks for sure, and yeah, with son getting married and all here at the school, which is so exciting. Yay!
So we have a few questions from the last YouTube. One is, so I shared last week that one of the sheep,
Was not doing very well.
no, we found evidence that the coyotes were
Yes.
out there. And they asked, the dogs are out there too, and no, they're not. The dogs are at home. These are the sheep behind the school. They're at Charlie's farm. And so we have 2 llamas watching them. And yeah, so the dogs aren't here. The dogs do their job at home. We can't have the dogs here because they sometimes wander off.
And there's no one there. Yeah.
Yeah, and they aren't going to stay because there's no people there to keep them there. The next question was, you haven't watched Harry Potter, Chris?
No, I have not seen Harry Potter. Sorry.
Me neither.
Yes. You haven't either? Okay, good. So I don't feel so bad.
Teresa, do you plan to tell your viewers about your Border Collie acquisition? I will when it happens.
Acquisitions when they happen, right?
Right. Yeah, so the budget doesn't allow for it right now. So we have been
There's
waiting.
that.
Yes. Last week's question and answer, we have a historic bell. Where did it come from? And we had several answers. And the winner for this week is
At Mary Arneson.
yarn. Well, it's no, because it looks like yarn.
Mary Arneson, Mar Yarneson.
Mar Yarneson.
5815. You are the winner. Congratulations, dear one.
Yes, you got the answer correct.
Yep.
Our bell that we got is from the church that was in Nome here that burned
Zion
down.
Lutheran Church.
And so that was donated to us, and so we're going to put that on the property somewhere.
Before October 1st.
Yes, hopefully before the wedding, and so that it can ring when my son and his wife Tori, future wife Tori, are pronounced man and wife.
Correct. Yep.
So, and we actually have 2 bells, and that was extra bonus points, but I don't think anybody answered.
You know, and I was trying to think back of when we talked about this. Did we talk about this?
I don't know if we talked about it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about it now.
Yeah, so the first bell was from the church,
Yep.
which is donated to us.
Yeah.
And the second bell was in the theater, which we purchased from the city. And that came from, there was a jail house next to the theater that used to have a bell on this little tower.
A truancy bell.
That would ring at 9 p.m., telling all the kids they needed to go home.
Yep. Yeah. And the parents, they just, counted on. Who rang that bell?
I don't know.
Do we ever know that? Was it the sheriff or?
So that is in the theater. We haven't done anything with that, but I don't know if that has any other components to it other than the bell.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
there.
if the donger is inside there, when we pick it up. Yeah, we'll have to look. We'll keep you posted on that. Pretty cool.
So next week's question. What was the first date we set foot in the school?
Dun, dun, dun. The
so-
first date.
Chris and I came to see if it was
It's
still
coming.
here.
It's very close, very near.
And we came in a back door and walked around for the first time.
Yep.
Not really very long ago.
Not long. Next Friday, October 13th, there is a dyeing fiber coming to the Nome Schoolhouse. And I'm so excited about this. It's a 3-hour class here from 1 to 4. And there's only a few folks that have signed up for it. And I am stunned that there aren't more. Yeah, because you're going to be dyeing mini skeins of yarn along with different fiber mixes, and you're going to learn so much.
Yeah, they're excellent teachers. Julie and Jeannie are amazing
I just don't
teachers.
understand that. Spinning on a spinning wheel
Is the very next
the
day.
next day. Yeah.
And you can learn, Julie is the one that taught me how to spin on the spinning wheel. She's an excellent teacher. So if you've ever wondered,
Yeah,
if you
we
could
have
spin
over
on a spinning wheel, we have
10, 11 different wheels here to
that
try.
you can try out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So
and
if you've ever
then
wondered about that.
3D wet felting on a Saturday, October 14th from 1 to 4. Oh my goodness, this is going to be amazing.
So they've made beautiful like little vessels. So they're like vases, and
they're all
they're
wet
amazing
felted.
colors. You get to pick the colors. You do everything for this vase, and can definitely use that going forward and making your own.
Absolutely, it's going to be amazing.
3D wet felted
Absolutely
items.
amazing.
Then we have
Some
several
paint
classes
and sips.
where you can paint. There's landscapes, fall art, pumpkins, and
A Highlander.
Highlander, which these have been filling up very fast. So I
think the
look into
Highlander
that.
is sold out already.
These are October 20th and 21st and the 22nd. So if you wanted to come do them all, you could stay the weekend. We do have rooms and they're always available.
And we will wine and dine you. Yes.
The Fall into Felting Retreat with Jean Hanlon is full, but we do have one coming up in February. It's going to be listed soon, so you can sign up for her next class.
Yeah.
We have a basket weaving class in October 28th, which last time we announced that it hadn't even been listed, but it's full already.
What?
It's full.
It is? I was going to take that.
So there's a Taste of Fiber
Wow.
Retreat with Julie Mangnall and Jeannie
wow.
Roster, Thursday and through Saturday, November 2nd through the 4th. And there is still spots in that. And these have always been very popular. Everybody enjoys their time here. It's a taste of all the different fiber arts, weaving, dyeing. It's just a little taste of them all. So, and they are excellent teachers. I can't express that enough. It's already full.
It just opened.
She has more coming up. I just don't have them listed yet either. She's working on them, getting me the description. And then Saturday, September 23rd is
That would
coming.
be today if you're watching us.
Today. And
Yes.
there's a vendor fair. There's animals on site.
There's
mill
mini
tours,
classes.
There's little
you
classes
can come
and all of
felt
the
a
amazing
coaster
vendors.
and yeah.
And then after you're done visiting us here, you can move on to
Sabaka.
Fort Ransom, and they have the entire town is filled with vendors.
Yep.
It's pretty amazing.
And we still have hotel rooms available here on Saturday evening.
Yes, it would be a perfect time to
It
come
would
stay
be.
with us.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So that is about all. I did introduce last time the oryx and the elephant safaris. They are coming up next year. There's the elephant safari coming up in April, and the oryx is coming up in September 2024.
Oofda.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yeah, so thank you.
fast.
Thank you so
Yes.
much for watching.
Yes.
I am so happy that you watch us each week.
Yes, God bless you all, each and every one of you. You have no idea how important each and every one of you are to us.
That's all, folks.